Okay, we're ready to start page 842, number 10 on problem solving. Bryson pushed a square pattern block and a triangular pattern block together as shown right up here. So here's the square block and here's the triangle. It looks kind of like a little house. What new polygon did he create? So we're going to now count the sides. Now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sides, and we know from our work on the previous couple pages that any polygon with 5 sides is called a pentagon. Pentagon. So you can take a moment and write that in. Now number 11 says classify the polygon that has fewer angles than a quadrilateral. I would go back to your little chart on 840 and see if you can find one of the figures that has fewer angles than a quadrilateral. So first of all, we have to find out how many angles does a quadrilateral have. If you look at the little chart, it says it has 4. So we're looking for a figure that has less than 4 angles. And our only option would be, you're right, a triangle with 3 angles. So let's write down triangle right here on this line. Okay, number 12. It says explain to a friend. Explain why each figure below is not a polygon. Well, there are 2 reasons. Let's take the first figure right here. From the other video, we remember that a polygon has to be closed. There can't be an opening. This particular figure has an opening right here, so therefore it is not a polygon. So let's write down figure 1 is not closed. Okay, let's look at this figure. It almost looks like an hourglass. The problem with this figure is that the lines are crossing each other. And again, in order to be a polygon, it has to be closed and the lines cannot cross over each other. So on this line, let's write, the lines are crossing each other. So neither of these are considered polygons. Okay, number 13. Draw an example of a figure that's not a polygon. Well, you know what? You could just simply draw this figure, or if you really want to be different, you could draw a circle. Why is a circle not a polygon? Well, first of all, it doesn't have any angles. So that's why. It is a closed figure, which is one of the things a polygon needs to be. But in this case, a circle does not have any angles. There's no 2 areas where those 2 lines touch to form the angle. So you could draw a circle, this, or some other figure that's either not closed or with overlapping lines. Any of those would be correct. We are going to skip number 14 for right now. And then let's go to 15. 15 says, how do I classify polygons using their attributes? And again, this is basically what we were talking about in the previous video. We're looking at 2 things when we classify polygons. How do we determine if it's a triangle, or it's a pentagon, or an octagon, or a hexagon? We look at 2 things. First of all, we look at the number of sides. How many sides does it have? And also the number of angles. So the answer here is the number of sides and the number of angles. Okay, so now I'm going to ask you on your own to do the My Homework page, which is 843 and 844. It should cover all the concepts that we did in these 2 videos. Good luck, and we'll see you next time with another lesson.